Here's something people forget, and honestly, tell me if you knew this. Wu Zetian wasn't just fighting palace rivals. She was fighting an entire system built to erase her. Every move she made, every breath she took inside that palace, was watched by Confucian officials who believed a woman ruling anything, even her own household, was already unnatural. So when tragedy struck in the nursery, the court didn't ask what happened. They asked, how can we use this? And suddenly the story shifts. A grieving mother becomes a villain. A political rival becomes a scapegoat. And a rumor becomes a weapon sharper than any sword in the Tang Dynasty. Think about it. If the most powerful men in the empire wanted to destroy your reputation, how long do you think it would take? One day? One whispered conversation? Maybe even one tragic accident. And the craziest part? The rumor survived not because it was true, but because it was useful. Useful to the empress she replaced. Useful to the ministers she threatened. Useful to the historians who wrote her legacy and hated the idea of a woman becoming emperor more than anything else. So ask yourself, was this a crime? Or a setup so perfect that it fooled the world for 1.300 years? Let's dig deeper. Let's talk about one of the darkest, most controversial rumors in world history. A rumor so powerful it survived over 1.300 years. Crossed dynasties, cultures, even made it into modern TV shows. The rumor says this: Wu Zetian, the only female emperor of China, killed her own infant daughter, just to frame the empress, just to rise to power. But here's the real question. Did she actually do it? Or was the world simply terrified of a brilliant woman in charge? You tell me. Do you think a rumor this extreme can be trusted? Or is it time we tear it apart? Let's dive in.
Her dress is simply awful! And did you see His Majesty looking at me? She thinks she's so important.
Before the rumor, before the blood, before the politics, Wu Zetian was just a girl brought into the Tang Palace at 14. Smart, sharp, beautiful in a quiet, dangerous way. At 25, she should have been sent to a convent. That's what happened to concubines after the emperor died. But not Wu. The new emperor, Gaozong, saw her, remembered her, and brought her back into the palace. A political comeback nobody saw coming. She wasn't just ambitious. She was playing chess in a world full of men playing checkers. And that's exactly why enemies needed a weapon. A rumor. A rumor strong enough to destroy a woman who refused to stay in her place.
Important.
Wu wasn't an emperor yet. Just her intelligence alone scared the entire court. When a woman rises too fast, do people start creating monsters out of her?
The story goes like this. Wu Zetian had a baby girl, a newborn, just weeks old. One morning, palace attendants found the child not breathing. The official rumor says Wu strangled her own daughter, then accused Empress Wang, her rival, to eliminate her. But here's where things get weird. No witness. No forensic record. No written confession. Every version accusing her was written decades later, by men who hated female rulers. And guess what? Empress Wang did have a political motive. She feared losing her position to Wu. And she had access to the nursery. But history chose to believe the darker version. Because dark stories get remembered. And powerful women get punished.
Quiet now.
Hey! You stand accused of treason. The evidence is overwhelming.
Lies!
These are all baseless accusations.
Think about it. Who benefits from a rumor like this? Wu Zetian? Her enemies.
Absolutely. Rumors are weapons, and back then, they were sharper than swords.
Let's talk timing. Right after the baby died, Wu accused Empress Wang and her ally consort Xiao. They were imprisoned, tortured, executed. Brutal? Definitely. Unusual for palace politics? Not at all. But centuries later, male Confucian scholars, who believed women had zero right to rule, rewrote the story. If she could murder her own child, of course she could steal the throne. Convenient, right? Why bother proving she was dangerous? When one horrific rumor did the job. And that rumor stuck because Wu became emperor, something men hated. Confucian ideology equals women must obey men. Scribes who wrote history right-pointing arrow almost all male. A shocking lie spreads easier than a complicated truth. It's history written by the offended.
Accusations.
Did you hear about the Emperor's new concubine?
She demanded pearls from the southern seas.
And they say she pushed the Empress.
Really? This is unacceptable.
Archaeologists, modern historians, and Tang Dynasty specialists looked at all surviving evidence. Here's what they found. No contemporary record blames Wu. Not one. The source of the rumor appeared 50 years later. Written in an era where women in power equals evil. Empress Wang and Xiao had more reason to remove the baby. A living child strengthened Wu's claim to power. Killing her own baby would have sabotaged her politically, not help her. Even hostile historians admitted the story was uncertain, but still recorded it anyway, because it made good propaganda. So the question stands. Was she a murderer? Or a victim of the world's oldest smear campaign?
Let's be honest, the rumor says more about the men writing the story than about Wu Zetian.
When history fears powerful women, it chooses the ugliest version, every time.
Do you think we'd believe this rumor if Wu were a man?
They should have knelt!
Take them away! I don't want to see them again! No, please, have mercy!
This is the greatest rumor plan of all. I can't believe this is going to work.
If the rumor is false, and evidence leans that way, then think about what that means. Wu Zetian didn't rise to power because she killed a child. She rose because she was brilliant, educated, politically ruthless, supported by officials, loved by the people. Under her rule, China expanded its borders, strengthened its economy, promoted education, reformed exams so commoners could join government, saw one of its most stable eras. And yet, centuries of historians tried to tear that down with one line. She killed her daughter. It's the oldest trick in the book. When a woman becomes too powerful, reduce her to one rumor.
Historically inaccurate!
You're under arrest!
Hooray! The reforms are approved!
Excellent work, Empress!
Yes, wonderful stamping.
The people are rejoicing, my lord!
It's easy to judge from the outside, but history isn't black and white. So here's the real question. Do you think Wu Zetian earned her throne or stole it? Let's see what you think.
Whether Wu killed her child or not, history punished her for simply doing what men did every day. Playing the game of power. Male emperors murdered brothers, sons, fathers, generals, entire clans. And they got heroic temples. Wu reforms the government and expands the empire. And people say, she must have killed her baby. See the double standard? If Wu were a man, she'd be remembered as the brilliant emperor who changed China. But because she was a woman, she became the villain of her own story.
The monster is terrifying!
and the drawing is so bad!
We are trying our best.
She brought nothing but chaos to the Tang Dynasty. Look at the timeline. 6 Fuv to 7 Fuv AD was a disaster.
"12 centuries later, we're still asking, did Wu Zetian kill her daughter? Or did history kill Wu Zetian's truth? Now it's your turn. Tell me what you think. Was she a monster? Or the victim of the greatest smear campaign in Imperial China? Do you think so? And if you want more deep dives into powerful women history tried to erase, hit subscribe, drop your theories, and share this with someone who loves dangerous rumors. See you in the next story.